I love this time of the day, just before sunset, and it's like golden hour. Makes me so happy.
Excuse us, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2.
Work. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Hello. You bathing in the sun? He's bathing in the sun. I've just got back from work and my hair is crazy. Showered and I'm trying something out because I've had a fringe since I was about 14 years old. So, well, no, even younger. I was about 12 when I cut myself a side fringe like this, like a proper, actually literally this hairstyle. And then I had one of those full-on emo fringes that was like this and that like was all layered and stuff. I had that first, and then when I was 14, I cut a blunt fringe. I'm just getting so fed up of it. I think that the reason I'm getting so fed up is because I cycle, and having a helmet on your head, and then when you take the helmet off, your fringe is really sweaty, and then because, this is so boring probably to you, but because my fringe is no longer like a blunt fringe, it's more like a, you know, a feathery sort of parted fringe. So I've tried to put it to the side today just to see what it would look like, but yeah, normally it's like a parted sort of fringe. It kind of, because my hair's wavy, it just goes like flicked and it just looks a bit mental. And I'm just so fed up of it. I'm so jealous of those girls who have really long hair and it's just like all flowing and they've just got this, you know, flipped over hair, or they can have gorgeous middle parts, and it just doesn't suit me. I don't know, any of you girls who have fringes, or bangs as they call them in America, will know my pain, because especially because I don't do anything to my hair. I don't blow dry it anymore, I don't straighten it anymore, I just leave it, but I have to still straighten my fringe and I have to still like do stuff to my fringe, and it drives me up the wall and it just gets in my eyes, and I don't know. I just don't think I suit without a fringe, because see the size of my forehead and the size of my nose, it just isn't a good combination, and it just doesn't look good. So what I'm gonna do as an experiment, I'm gonna grow my fringe out to a sort of certain length, because it really grows so fast that it won't take very long, because it's already really, really long. It's already all the way down to my nose. So I'm gonna grow my fringe out, and then if it looks awful, I'll just cut it back. So it'll probably only take a few months, maybe up until Christmas, for it to grow out. And if I decided it just doesn't suit me, and I'll be able to tell really easily in these vlogs, then I'll just cut it back, and I'll just have to deal with the fact that I will forever have to have a fringe, because it just doesn't look good without one. I'm gonna show a picture of the sort of hair that I would love to have. Obviously I'd like it to be longer, but my length, the sort of hair I found a photo the other day, I was like, oh, I could go for that sort of vibe. So I'll insert that here. Obviously when it's longer, it will look different, but I thought I could try out that sort of style, because I don't think a middle part, so like, let's just show you an example. So middle parting with me, without a fringe. Look, that just doesn't suit me. This looks strange. And then as soon as you put a fringe back down, look how much more that suits my face shape. Anyway, rant about my hair over. I thought I would show you my favourite dinner I've been having like every single evening. I'm gonna show you exactly how I make it. It's basically rice with tofu and broccoli. To top it off, you put kimchi, sriracha, lime juice, and soy sauce. And it seems so plain because it's just rice, tofu, and vegetables, which I would think, oh my God, no, that's too dry, that's too plain, but it's unbelievably delicious. So I thought I would show you exactly how I make it this evening, because I'm just about to cook it now. So here are all the ingredients you will need. It's a head of broccoli, rice, a quarter of a block of tofu, and that's the Cauldron brand. Kimchi is optional, and then soy sauce, sriracha, and lime. So as you can see, it's so simple, and it's just the best meal ever. And it's as simple as cooking rice, frying up broccoli and tofu, and then adding the flavourings on top. And it seems really simple, but it tastes so good. And people overcomplicate cooking tofu, because when I first went vegan and I heard about tofu, I only saw recipes where you fried the tofu, and it was kind of like, oh, you have to fry it in oil. I thought, I really don't want to fry it in oil because I don't want to eat oil. But then I realised you don't have to fry it in oil. You can fry it in water just like you would, because at the time I was frying like vegetables in water. So it's literally just the same, it's no different. It just takes a little longer because obviously it doesn't heat up, because the whole point people use oil is 1 for taste, and 2 because it makes a lot of heat. So it cooks things quicker. So yeah, I've just used a little bit of tissue. I just should have shown you that, but I used a bit of tissue, and you basically wrap the tofu in tissue. This is another thing that I was really scared of with tofu, is that lots of them emphasize having like a specific cloth, like a muslin cloth that you squeeze the tofu with, and you get all the water out of, and having to do it like overnight or something, when it's really not the case. I literally just put it in a bit of tissue, and if I'm being prepared, I will put it in like underneath 2 plates and squeeze it inside of that, and then maybe put a few books on top. But I don't really notice the difference. Someone tell me in the description what the difference is, because I haven't noticed the difference. So yeah, you just sort of dab out the excess water basically. Oh, Alex is leaving. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So I'm just going to chop that up, and I'm going to also show you how to make perfect rice, because this is another thing people don't know how to do. They just don't know how to make rice properly, and I see so many people cooking rice wrong. This is a foolproof way to make rice. It's so easy and it just works every time. So I'll show you all of it step by step. Oh, and also you want to boil the kettle, or if you're in America and you're weird and you don't have a kettle, why don't Americans have kettles? This makes life so much easier when you cook. I know that obviously there's not the tea drinking culture that there is in the UK, but I never drink tea, and I use my kettle every single day for that purpose, so that you don't have to boil. Okay, that's too full. So you don't have to boil it on the stove. It's way, way faster to boil it in a kettle. So yeah, boil the kettle, and if you don't have a kettle like that, then buy one, because makes life so much easier. So boil the kettle whilst you're chopping, so that that's ready to go. Chop the tofu and chop the broccoli.
Up a tree, clinging to a cloud. Up a tree, clinging to a cloud.
And you just want it to cook until all the water disappears and it starts to char grill almost. Once it's done that, you can then turn it. I'll show you now how to do the rice, because that's nearly boiled. Get a nice big pot, because you want to have a really nice amount of rice for the dinner. I've just done all of that rice, so there's about that much in there. And then once the kettle is boiled, boiling the kettle just makes it a lot quicker. You can do this with cold water too. And now what you want to do is fill the pan with a thumb's width above the rice, and go less rather than more. Less is more when it comes to this. So that's just right, just there. I know that seems very, very little water, but that's literally all you need. And then you turn this on, turn it on the highest heat, and then you wait for it to boil. And then when it boils, I'll show you what to do. So because it boils really, really fast, I didn't actually catch it on camera when it was boiling, because it boils down so quickly, because it's such a small amount of water on the top. But it will get dimples in it like this, if you can see. I can't go too close because it will get steamed up. So when it gets little dimples in the rice like that, and all the water looks like it's gone, you're going to want to switch off the heat completely and put the lid on. Now that's even quite far gone. Like normally you want to do that and put the lid on when it's just starting to get dimples. I left it a little bit too long, but it doesn't matter. So you're going to want to put the lid on, turn the heat off, and then that's literally it. You then just wait for it to cook. It absorbs all the water, and then once it's ready, you fluff it up with a fork, and then you can put lime juice in there, and it just tastes like the perfect rice. So here we are with the tofu. It's beginning to smell a little char grilled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip each side. See, there you go. That's how I want it. That's it. That's one of the middle ones. That's why that's cooked a little bit more closer to the heat. So you just flip them all, and then you just repeat the process. I'm going to put a bit more pepper on this side, and I'm going to put some more water in there, and just repeat. So pour the water in, just so it's like sitting in water. And then once it's like very nearly done, I add the broccoli. And because the water is evaporated a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit more water over the broccoli, because otherwise it just won't cook. Yeah, there, and then you just carry on cooking it. And by the way, this has been on a very high heat the whole time. Let's check on the rice. So the rice is looking very done, and I just fluff this up with a fork like this. And I've chopped the lime in half, and half of the lime I will squeeze in here, and half of the lime I will add on top at the end. And it gives it the freshest taste. And this is a great alternative if you don't want to add salt to your rice. I'm going to be really, really accurate and measure out how much rice I actually eat, because I did this the other day on Chronometer and I had no idea how many cups of rice I was eating. So this way I can actually accurately do the, I don't know, you know what I mean. So that's 1, that's 2, and 3. Oh, do you know, I actually guessed 3, and I think that's about right, because that's about how much rice I have each time. So yeah, that's pretty accurate. About 3 cups, maybe 3.5.
Up a tree, clinging to a cloud. Up a tree, clinging to a cloud. Up a tree, clinging to a cloud. Up a tree, clinging to a cloud.
There you have it. One of my favourite go-to midweek easy peasy dinners. Oh no, whoops. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this, and I will show you the breakdown of it on Chronometer after I finished. So I thought I would just show you the breakdown of this dinner without the rest of my day. 841 calories, which I think is a really great amount for dinner. So basmati rice, I did 3.5 cups, which you saw. Broccoli, I had a whole head of broccoli. I think it was probably bigger than that. It's quite a big thing of broccoli, but I just did medium just for the sake of it. The tofu, it's a different sized tofu, obviously a different brand in here, but I checked the calories and they were 115, so it's basically the same there. Kimchi, soy sauce, hot chili sauce, lime juice, I just added them in, not for calories, but just to get a completely accurate display of the food that was, you know, in the meal completely. And the breakdown is 79% carbohydrate, 8% fat and 13% protein, so that's really good because I tend to end up being 80-10-10 most days. And I just wanted to show you the amount of protein in this. So 67% of your daily amount of protein when I've only had 841 calories. I think that's pretty good, seeing as I will typically have 2,500 to 3,000 calories in a day. You know, it's got calcium there, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, loads of manganese from the rice and the tofu. Phosphorus, selenium is filled out totally, and then sodium's still low, which is good, and zinc, it's got a lot of zinc there, so that's really good. And as you can see here again, a good amount of vitamins filling out. And also you must take note that while this is, you know, a way of tracking your calories and nutrients, it's not 100% accurate. It is a website, so don't take this as read. So don't freak out too much if the things are over or low or whatever. It's just interesting. But yeah, it's got a good amount of omega-3 from the tofu. That's a really, really great dinner. Very healthy and extremely filling. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm not minding my hair like this with the side fringe. I need to probably straighten it and do something with it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and let me know what your favourite vegan meal is. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and subscribe, or dislike if you didn't like it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Here I've just stored all of our breakfast foods, so some of them are a little empty. This one has oats in it, this one's got muesli, and then here's 3 different types of cereal.